Hi, I'm Beth.
And I'm Jamal, and today we're talking about red flags when dating. So you've just got into a relationship. He's so cute, she's so lovely, they are so amazing, and you're just like, wow, I just want to be with this person forever. How do I know that I actually should be with them forever and that I'm not just obsessed with how sexy they are? So you need to be aware of some red flags when you're dating that don't necessarily mean you have to cut it off, but just mean that you need to have a conversation.
And this can also be followed through.
Follow through? I hope you don't want to follow through. That's definitely a red flag when you're dating.
This can be applied to marriage as well. And it can be applied to when you've been dating for 45 years and they still haven't proposed.
Red flag number 1. Anyone that tries to separate you from your family or manipulate you away from your friends or the people you love, that's a red flag. That is a red flag. If he's trying to get you to stop spending time at all with your girlfriends or your boyfriends or like
your friends.
Yeah, just like
not girlfriends or not your other partners. That's a different subject.
Anyone who's trying to isolate you from the love you already have in your life to a point that's detrimental to your own emotional health, big red flag.
Yeah.
Big
it'll
red
get
flag.
to a point where you need to be able to integrate yourselves into each other's social lives, each other's families, because that's just really important in even getting to know your partner, knowing like who they're surrounding themselves with and stuff. Be careful if they're trying to separate you. That's not good, bro.
Not good.
That's not good. The second red flag.
Number 2.
Peace, bro. Forcing you to do things that you don't want to do. Putting you under pressure to do stuff that you feel uncomfortable with. You shouldn't be put in a position where you are being forced to do something that is making you uncomfortable. Just protect yourself.
Yeah, because especially if already he's trying to or she's trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. Imagine like going down the line, like 2, 3, 5 years down the line. Like you might be so desensitized to your own desires that you won't even know what you want to do with your life. Or know,
you become
like,
a really passive person. It can just like escalate in so many different directions. And it could all start with him being like, let's try butt plugs. And you're like, okay.
Oh my god.
I mean, butt plugs is just one instance.
One example.
Not that that's happened to us.
Not that that's happened to us at all. But if Beth would ever try and do that to me, I can assure you I would definitely stand my ground.
Not that there's anything wrong with butt plugs if you're into butt plugs. Proceed.
Number 3, you want to be aware of how they interact with other people, with their friends, with their family. Like, do they treat people with respect? Are they talking to their parents with an attitude all the time? Or do they respect their parents, their friends, their work colleagues? Are they a flirty person? Are they someone who's going to be really touchy-feely with everyone? You need to know what they are doing with other people and how they interact with other human beings in this world. And that could potentially be a red flag. If he's really flirty with another girl or a whole group of girls and you don't like that, you're uncomfortable with that, it's not that you have to like do an ultimatum. But it just means that it's a conversation you need to have, and you need to come to a compromise, and you need to be able to air those thoughts and insecurities. And it's also a journey within yourself and your own insecurities, but you need to be on that journey with the person you're dating. Otherwise, if you're not clear on that 2-3 years down the line, it's going to be messy.
Things like what Jamal just spoke about, those issues tend to come from just like core problems like within themselves that they need to deal with. So that's not always something that's just like, later bruh. You can potentially work through that. But also potentially you can be like, no.
And you need to have standards, definitely.
Standard!
Okay, number 4. And this goes without saying. We're only going to say
violence, bro.
No violence.
No violence.
If he lays a hand on you, girl, you better leave that relationship.
Run out that door. You get out of there. You get in your car. If you can't drive, you run.
She gonna slap you. If she gonna scratch you. If she gonna try hit you. If she gonna stop you seeing your kids. It's over. It's over. You can't allow yourself to be party to violence in your relationship. No. Violence is no. No,
thanks.
Okay, red flag number 5.
Number 5. This red flag is dishonesty. Just not being willing to open up about anything in their lives or even specific things. I mean, in relationship, it does take time to be able to feel comfortable with a person to open up. But it gets to a point where you need to know stuff about this person. You need to know where they're going all the time, why they're disappearing. Even just like the little things, like if they're lying about stuff and not owning up to it, it's not a healthy thing to have in your relationship. This is also another thing that can be worked on, but also it's like it gets to a point where it's just like they're being dishonest all the flipping time.
Yeah, and it's not right.
And it's just not, okay. Right. And it's not okay for you to be on edge all the time and not be able to trust the person that you love.
Yeah, and it might be an insecurity in the other person, that they might be ashamed of what they're doing and they don't want to come across weak or subordinate and they don't want to lose you, and that might be the motive. But still, dishonesty can breed more dishonesty. Lies lead to more lies, and it's just a dangerous environment to cultivate in your relationship.
Yeah, I think as well, it's if your partner is being dishonest, it gives you an opportunity to look at yourself as well. Are you creating a safe environment for them to be honest in? Are you a prickly person and they don't want to they just can't be bothered because you're just being really like that's a really weird way of putting it, but I hope you understand from those facial expressions.
Number 6. So this red flag is someone who's unwilling to compromise or is super self-defensive about things that are going on in their lives, really stubborn and unwilling to have or give any leeway in the relationship at all. This is something that can be worked through. It's not necessarily like a direct it's over kind of thing. There needs to be give and take in a relationship. When you first get into a relationship, obviously you're suddenly having to adapt to this new lifestyle. You're having to put the other person in your priority list somewhere, and as you fall more in love with them, obviously they're going to be going up and up in your priority list, and so you're going to need to adapt and they're going to need to adapt as well. And if they're not willing to compromise on their lifestyle, or if they're forcing you to make all the decisions so that they can continue to live exactly how they lived, it's not good enough. They need to be willing to come to a middle ground on things. Decisions like, you know, where you're going to live, how much you're going to travel to see each other, how many dates you're going to go on regularly, what's your work going to do, like loads of questions. You need to be having these conversations, and if they're not willing to kind of have any kind of leeway, you've got to think about, is this someone that you want to be with for the rest of your life?
I think stubbornness as well, it shows its face a lot when it comes down to issues and like arguments, and them not willing to admit that they're wrong or apologize, or even you're not willing to admit that you're wrong or apologize, just to save face and just be like, I'm the best and you're inferior.
Those are the 6 red flags we've highlighted. We feel like those are ones that are kind of pretty important to a relationship, but like we said, it's not always like a yes or a no. There are a lot of red flags that can be worked through and actually lead you to becoming stronger as a couple, but there are some that you just need to go, and
like violence.
Nope.
Comment down below any red flags that you can think of that we may have missed out, and yeah, let's get a conversation started.
So that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope it really helped you in your dating. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel for more relationship based content, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.